right, Shalom.
All right, Shalom.
All right, with Akim here from Great Millstone, Atlanta, with a lesson through the Spirit. All right, but before we start, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect, man. You know, so basically, we're going to get into a lesson, going in on Esau, man. Okay. How basically his blessing, which is the sword, all right, how we as men of the Lord can't get carnal, man. God. You know, we can't fight Esau with his own blessing. You God. Know, brothers got to remain spiritual in these times, man. God. You know, and you still got that scripture, Genesis 27.
All right, yeah, I got it. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. Mm-hmm. And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Mm-hmm. Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth." Right,
you see that right now, man. Mm-hmm. All right, Esau, which is the biblical name for the so-called white man, he has the fatness of the earth, man. Okay. You know, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You know, he has control of all the different resources and whatnot. You know, go ahead.
It says, Salah. "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above.
Go ahead.
And thy sword shalt thou live."
It says, "By thy sword shalt thou live," man. You know, so we see that now. Esau has the top weaponry. You know, he's got his strong military. He's got these different weapons. You know, and that's how he's been conquering, you know, continent by continent, man, land by land, through that sword, man. You know, so that's a blessing that he has. And we as spiritual men cannot fight this man with a carnal, from a carnal standpoint, man. We got to be spiritual. God. You know, especially the times that we're going into now. You see the prophecies is rapidly coming to pass. You know, Esau's getting scared. You know, he's baiting brothers on the chat rooms to try to get carnal. God. You know, we got to be spiritual minded, man. God. You know, and go ahead.
That was really the point on that, but I can finish off if you need me to.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'll finish it off, and it says, "And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from thy neck."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it says he's going to serve thy brother, man, which is Jacob. All right, which represents you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. When you go back to the 25th chapter, it says what? The elder shall serve the younger, man. Jacob held the heel of Esau, which was symbolic, all right, of us pulling Esau out of power, man. Okay. And that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the beginning stages of the transferring of kingdoms, man. Okay. You know, and that's why Esau, he's gonna fight. He's gonna really put that sword to the test, man. Okay. All right, for you Jakes out there that wanna, you know, as we were talking before the filming, you know, Jake wanna get up arms and try to get some type of personal army going.
Yeah, kind of.
You know,
create militias.
Create a militia and go into the gun range, and that ain't gonna work, man. Esau is gonna steamroll over you, Jakes, man.
Obliterate you, you know? You Jakes, man.
That's right, man. And the only way this is a spiritual battle, man. We gotta fight this man with the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and I'll finish off here because there's more to it. Okay. And this is the reason, man. It says, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him."
Ooh, yeah. Hey, that's why today, man. That's why it's always been a ongoing feud or beef, if you will, because Esau know that he lost that birthright, man, and it went to Jacob. You know, and that's why when you read Hebrews the 12th chapter, with Hebrews 12 and 16. You know, Hebrews 12 and 16. Yeah, man. So Esau knows that he gave up that birthright, all right, for some goddamn uncooked meat. You know,
this is Hebrews 12 and 16. "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person is Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright."
Yeah, so you sold it, man. You know, there's no way you can get it back. You know, and now he's feeling the guilt. Like, damn, man, why? You know, but it's too late, man. Go ahead.
It says, "For ye knew how afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected."
Yeah, he was rejected, man. Go ahead.
"He found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears."
That's right. Yeah, so you try to repent and get right, it ain't gonna happen, man. Even if you weep, you cry, you shed tears, it don't matter, man. You know, Jacob was the chosen from the beginning, man.
God.
You know, we tricked you, so to speak, out the birthright, but that's how Yahweh Shai wanted it to play out, man. You know, was it? I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it. I wanted to
go
over into this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, matter of fact, Salakia, I'm gonna start at verse 3.
Okay.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, and that's the point, man. Because here it is, you come into this truth. We've been given a gift of faith, and we've been bestowed the holy name of Yahweh Shema Shai. We don't war after the flesh, man. The Lord called us to be spiritual. So here it is, you in the truth, but yet you still want to act like a nigga in the word. You want to show Esau that you tough, that you hard. You want to shoulder bump Esau. You want to provoke Esau by saying little buzzwords, like cracker, you little pink monkey. You want to use words when really we're supposed to be spiritual man. We're not finna go back and forth. A true spiritual man ain't finna go back and forth railing for railing with Esau, man. When he has the blessing of the sword, and that's a carnal blessing, man. That's a blessing of the flesh. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. And Esau's a fleshy vessel, man. So we ain't warring against him. Who are we really warring against? We're warring against the spiritual demon Satan, man. We're spiritual men trapped in the flesh. But though we don't war after the flesh, I continue. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. And you got Jakes out here, ISUPK, these other illicit ABC camps or whatever, literally are taking their congregation members to gun ranges, man, trying to get it cracking with Esau. Now, if you understood the scriptures, he has the blessing of the sword. So why would you fight this man on his playing field in his environment, man? You have any great warrior knows you have to take a man out of his element, something that's he's unknown to. Therefore, you can level the playing field. But here on this side in Babylon, ain't no getting around it, man. Esau has a blessing. If he didn't, you niggas wouldn't be in slavery, man. You still wouldn't be in a place of your captivity unto this day. So the Lord said that for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. So we're only mighty through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. He didn't say we were mighty based off our own merits, man. It's through him. It said through Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
So we can't become carnal out here. GMS is not taking brothers to the gun range.
Right.
We're not taking brothers to go get registered for guns. We're not doing any of that, man. That is not our platform, man. Our platform is to be spiritual, man. That's First and foremost, for anybody that wants to come and say anything to the contrary, man. You got it.
That's right. Yeah, man. You know, this is a spiritual war, like brother read the precept, man. You know, and our sword, if you will, is the scriptures, man. You know, pursuing the what's that, Hebrews, the 4th chapter. The word of the Lord is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, cutting asunder. You know, so this is the sword that we're supposed to be skillful in, man, and swinging, so to speak, man. You know, by what going out on highways and byways. You know, dropping these videos. You know, building up and edifying the church. You know, and exposing these devils, man. You know, I had something to back you up. This is Romans 8 and I'm gonna get right to the point. Verse 6. It says, "For to be carnally minded is death." Yeah, so you Jakes out there that's thinking with a carnal mind frame, you know, and not getting in tune with the spirit, man. You're basically going down the path of death, man. It says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Right. So, hey, to have a carnal mind, you're basically an enemy of the Most High, man. You know, and that's Esau. All right, Esau's whole MO, his whole get up, if you will, is dealing with the flesh, man. All right, and we as Israelites, man, these last days, you cannot play into your flesh, man. You know, when there's a famine, you know, when all hell breaks loose, when the so-called white man push the chip, it's going to be a test of spiritual fortitude, if you will, man. You know, who's tuning with the spirit? Because if you haven't been suppressing the flesh, you know, putting off the carnal mind, as it says, you know, you're going to take that shit, man. You know, you're going to let Esau get the upper hand on you, man. You know? That was it. I had I can get another one.
Yeah, you got it.
Because really, also we was talking about try to bridle that tongue too, man. That's another thing we was talking about prior to the filming, is being carnal as far as your words, man, your speech.
Yeah.
The spirit been coming down on brothers to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Watch the video titles. Don't be on the comment boards just all reckless and loose.
Show discretion.
Yeah, you gotta show. Yeah, it's right, man.
That's in Proverbs.
This is Colossians 4 and should be the 6th verse. This is Colossians 4 and 6. Well, in fact, I started at 5. It says, "Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time." Yeah, walk in wisdom, man. You read these scriptures, like you read the book of Proverbs, for example, or the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes. You're supposed to walk in that wisdom that is given you, man. How to move and how to conduct yourself in this world, man. It says, verse 6. It says, "Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man." Yeah, so the speech got to be seasoned with salt, man. Seasoned. It got to be tamed. Pure. Because it's written that the words of the Lord are pure words, man. Even tried in the furnace 7 times. So we got to deal with this word very delicately and carefully, man. And be careful what we say on these comment boards and on these videos. The next thing you know, Esau's taking a clip of you just going off. You don't know what this devil got, man. So you gotta, man. This it's literally like it's a spiritual war. It's chess, man. They got the little chessboard on the table over there. Every move got to be calculated, man. This is war, Yeah,
because those hillbillies or whatever over at the news unit. That's all all they can do is just come carnal. What are they calling you? Tar babies, calling you porch monkeys, calling you coons, calling you niggers. Not niggas, but niggers. Right. They're trying to invoke that carnal spirit out of Jake, man. So Jake can come against Esau, and he'll have justification as to putting you niggas to death, man. That's all Esau wants, man. Esau is the provocateur, man.
That's right.
And then he gives you the resolution at the same time, man. But Jake ain't privy to the devices of Esau. That's why Esau he putting his number in the comment board. On the comment board, so you brothers can call in and debate him. No, man, like we got the truth. What the hell is you debating Esau for, man? We're spiritual men. You had something?
Add something else, but if I could say, this devil, man, calling to his little live stream. This devil's really already defeated, man. It's only just a matter of time before the Lord put the final stamp on him, man.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. It said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Lest we're not watching the apostles and the elders. We're not taking the admonishment, the rebukes, and the reproofs of brothers. Hey, watch your titles, Hey, dial it back out there on the at camp or whatever. You ain't got to be so, zealous in the spirit. You got to control that fire. Lest Satan should get advantage of us. So with you taking heed to brothers, Satan won't get an advantage of it. So it says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And what are one of his devices? Is name calling, provoking brothers, putting strikes against brothers, coming on brothers' comment boards, and he might even get some information and just bring out your mother's name. You know how Jake is. What you say about my mama? That's all Jake needs, man. Esau is the king of carnality. So you being in his society and all of you. You've only been nourished in carnality. So don't you think he knows how to provoke it when necessary, man? He does. So only the men of the Lord that are privy to the understanding of, through the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, those are the only men that won't be subject unto Satan's devices, because we're not ignorant because of the scriptures, man. That's the only way, because had not we had the scriptures, we'll be ignorant as just as these 2/3, man.
That's right.
And you get it.
Yep. Man. Just to land back off that point. We can't let Esau draw our carnal side, man. And that's what he wants to do. Because he says he's not a spiritual man. He's carnal. He's fleshly. This house, so to speak, that we're building is spiritual. in the ancient world, he was able to